Hello everybody, welcome back. I am Mauricio with Emerald Gaming and I come to you with the new ITX build. This one is going to be another Musitex case with some internals changing, of course. This one is going to be for a local university and their esports team. Really excited for the opportunity to build something that's going to be used heavily for tournaments and things like that. So, I'm looking forward to what will be the end state for this computer. The pictured one is one from a previous build. I couldn't find a good picture of the new one, but it's pretty much the same case, except it has one 240 millimeter fan in the front instead of two 120s. This one will also be a AIO cooled CPU, compared to the previous Musitex case was an air cooled system. And then again, this is going to be because of how this computer will be used, in an esports environment. So I want to make sure that all the internals are going to stay as cool as possible and give the best performance. Frame rates equals wins. So I want to make sure that they get as much as possible when it comes from the CPU, and the GPU will have enough air to go through it. This one will also have a Asus RTX 3060 12GB graphics card. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that one is. This one is a smaller build again, so it's a single fan Asus GPU, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the results will be for the benchmarking for that GPU, and that is going to do just fine. The previous computer that the esports team had was a 1070, so this will definitely be an upgrade as we are 2 generations into the new graphics cards that are out there. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and move over to the workstation and go ahead and start unboxing. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start with the case. Won't need these just yet. As you can see right here, you have one 240 millimeter fan, and this one is also RGB, so upside down, so shouldn't be a problem really. This one was a lot easier. So this one, just like the old one or the other one that was built, you have your filters. One of the things that I really liked from the other MK7 build was this hinge, and I'm glad that this one also has it right here. So good times with that. And again, this one's magnetic, so it helps in keeping it closed. This one has, even the thumb screws are white, so that's awesome. They make sure that they went out of their way to make sure everything matches. I know the other MK7 was a black box, or case I should say. So in here, all your power, all your connectors, And then just like the other one, this one comes with its fan controllers right here. And that's for your SATA power and everything else that comes with it. So I've been a big fan of these Music cases. The fans are really quiet. The RGB is actually controllable through motherboards. So far, this season we've built 3 different Music cases, and all of them have been very receptive to being controlled by motherboards and their programs. So that's great. One of them was a Asus, the other one was a MSI, and haven't had any problems with that. So that's a good thing. You know, it makes it a lot easier, and then you get to use it a lot better as well. Customize it as much as you can, and then of course, besides the motherboard, you also have your buttons right here that controls the LED lighting as well. Um, so that's always good. You got your 2 USB 3.1 right there, and then you got multiple different areas to put your SSDs as well. Here's 2 that go in the front, 1 back here. Then we have, again, here you have another area where you could put more hard drives if you really want to put that many in there. This one, of course, is only going to have 1 SSD and the M.2s. So there'll be more than enough memory in this computer for its future. And then again, just like the other case, the great part about this one, even if it's a ITX case or an MATX case, is that a full-sized power supply fits in here perfectly. So I'm always a fan of that. That I don't need to worry about small form factor power supplies. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I just like to have the bigger ones because then, when it comes to upgrading, you don't have to worry about it, and go on from there. So we'll put that there. The next one is the graphics card. Like I said, we have a RTX 3060 for this build, and again, this is for esports, and we'll see how well this GPU will do once I get it delivered, and how happy the team will be with it, which I'm sure going from a 1070 to a 3060 is going to be a decent upgrade for whoever gets to play on this one. No frills on the box, unlike other ones that we've opened. You got your thing here. It's actually still chunky and heavy for being a single fan. It actually looks really nice. They did they did a really good job in it. I like it. It feels really good. Feels robust. It doesn't feel inexpensive in any way. Got your heat pipes right there. And just like your other ones, this one here has 3 display ports and 1 HDMI output. You could take off some of the plastic protecting it. So I like the backplate. It's not just simple, you know. So they actually took some effort into making it look nice. And of course, now to see how it's going to benchmark. So and this here is the motherboard we're going with. MSI Mag B560M. It says Lightning Gen 4 M.2 right on it. Really nice looking motherboard. I like it. It'll go good with the white build since all this is kind of like a gunmetal color. So and also this one is 2.5 gig internet speed. Not sure what the university has, but this one will definitely help them out when it comes to their LAN. Now this is the liquid cooler that we went with. It's a 240. Millimeter MSI. It's a nicely packaged one as well. Then here's the pump. So on this one, the little dragon in here is going to be lighting up. Now, the interesting part is something I haven't seen in any other liquid coolers just yet, is I believe this is a sensor plate to get a reading on the temperature of the liquid as it runs through the radiator. And here is the cable to connect it to the motherboard right here. So here's the plate right here. Like I said, here's the cable for it. So this is something that I haven't seen in another build just yet this season. And then, you know, of course, here's all of the connectors that you need, or parts for that. And then here are the fans. These are ball bearing fans, not mag or magnetic. Interesting. And of course, this is controllable through Mystic Lights. Here's our RAM. And since this is generally just a gaming computer and won't be used for anything else, we just went with 16 gigabytes of RAM. This one's going to be at 3200 megahertz. The university doesn't play like Call of Duty League, so it doesn't it doesn't need that heavy of a computer. They generally play, I think, Valorant, Apex Legends with the consultation that I had with them, and other titles of that nature. But even Call of Duty, Warzone, or multiplayer by itself doesn't require anything more than 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM. So that's going to be more than enough for what this computer is going to be used for. And again, that way they get exactly what they need and not have overkill. Some of the other computers that I've built that are for gaming, I've with consultation of the customer, we've built them with 32 gigs of RAM, just because they're multi-use. They predominantly use them for gaming. However, some of them like to do some editing, video editing, or picture editing, or AutoCAD, things of that nature on the side, for whatever fun that they like doing. So that's why we add a little bit more RAM than just 16 gigabytes. But for a gaming computer, ultimately 16 gigs is well more than enough for the coming years. And of course, you have your other slots that when the time comes that some games may require more than 16 gigs, it can be added down the road. But here's the second star of the show, the CPU, Intel 10700K is what we got for this one. And then next one's going to be the 970 Evo. This is where we're going to load our Windows 10 into. And of course, 1 terabyte 860 Evo is what we're going to put in there for the game. For power supply, since it's a 3060 build and a 10700, but wanting to make sure that they'll have ample power for everything else that they're going to be using it for and what may come, went with a 750 watt power supply. Fully modular. Just like the other one. And I love these little bags because once everything's done and we ship these out, we can use these little bags that MSI and Thermaltake also gives a little nice nifty bag like this. You know, we could put in the recovery disc and all the little manuals for everything in them and send them out to our customer with their final build. Well, that's the unboxing for the computer and all of its components. I welcome you guys to come back and view the build video once that's complete and uploaded as well. Again, I'm Mauricio with Emerald Gaming.